So Pi Accounting is a full-service accounting firm that is focused on the barbering and beauty industry. In this video, I'm going to do my best to explain to you guys how Pi Accounting can help you and your business and what sets us apart from all other accounting firms. I started barbering about 12 years ago, and I distinctly remember when I first started barbering and I was making income as a barber. I would do my taxes on TurboTax, and I would just try to write off a bunch of stuff to be able to save money on taxes. So in the beginning, I didn't really have to write off a bunch of stuff because I had 2 kids and I was getting tax credits. I would actually get money back on my taxes, and that was great and all, except whenever I went to go buy a house or whenever I went to a bank to try to get a loan, I would always get denied. I would try to get an apartment and they would ask me for my tax returns since I was self-employed. I couldn't even move into the apartments that I wanted to. I became a barber because I wanted to be able to do something that I loved, that was flexible, and that would allow me to chase my dreams in life, provide for my family. And then I realized that I had something missing. I wasn't gonna be able to accomplish that until I added one piece to my business. And that piece was accounting, was a CPA, somebody that can get my business in order. And after 12 years of seeing the industry and its evolution and all these barbers making a bunch of money, I realized that same issue that I had coming up as a barber is an issue that a lot of barbers and hairstylists have. It's not necessarily because we don't know we need an accountant or we need a CPA. I think it's also because it's hard to find one that wants to work with us or find a good one that cares about our goals, cares about our dreams. And after doing some deeper digging, I feel like what I found was we're just not worth their time. We're not worth an accounting firm's time a lot of times because we just aren't big enough for a lot of accounting firms that offer full service. So fast forward 12 years, a lot of business growth with my brands Tomb 45 Headlines and Tomb 45 Academy. And we've had to add people to our team, like Donna, for example, who's a CFO, who's been a CPA for longer than I'm allowed to say. And organically, we just built the team that can facilitate creating an amazing accounting firm that's geared towards the barbering and beauty industry. And so with Pi Accounting, there's finally a solution where we understand your problems as a barber, as a professional in the beauty industry. We understand the business, we understand what a lot of y'all's goals are, and we're making it our mission to change and become a solution to one of the biggest problems in our industry, and that is finances, that is taxes, that is accounting, and that is becoming bankable. So enough of me, let's go to Donna, who's our CFO, and let's ask her what are the benefits of Pi Accounting and what services are included, what you can expect from us if you make an investment in yourself that I think could be a game changer for your business. All right, Donna, this is her. This is the CFO. This is the girl who helped us put Pi Accounting together. What sets us apart from other accounting firms? You've been an accountant for more than I'm allowed to say. What sets us apart?
We're really a full-service accounting firm that actually cares about watching you grow your business, and we're going to take you where you are to where you want to be. All my accounting experience, it's more about the routine clients that can pay well, have a lot, are complex. I know they don't want to spend the time to try to educate you. I think education, is the biggest piece of what we offer that other accounting firms don't want to offer.
Because we want them to know why we're doing what we're doing. And we want them to be, dangerous enough to just know what's going on with their business, be able to read their P&Ls, be able to understand what's necessary for them to get their home, their dream home, or whatever it may be, right?
To be able to see that and experience it, for us to watch that, that's because we care about watching you all grow, whereas other accounting firms are there to do the tax returns and do the
and most
bookkeeping.
accounting firms are not targeting barbers, and why is that?
It's really, I like learning about all different industries, so I liked having different industries. So, maybe they don't really know about the barbering business, and they think that cash businesses are concerning, and so they may think that you all are maybe set in your ways, that you don't want to show your cash, and they don't want the arguments about how they should be showing their cash. But I got you telling them what to do, so by the time they get to me, they're trained. So this works because they already are prepped before they get here.
Okay, and so what are some of the benefits of having an accountant, having a CPA, being able to see P&Ls, that type of thing? Like, What are some of the benefits? What can you do that you couldn't have done? For example, most barbers who either don't file, they're just doing TurboTax, they're writing off a bunch of stuff.
So if you don't show anybody what you're doing, then there's no way that you can ask somebody to give you money to do things. So you have to show the money to be able to use someone else's money. So we make sure that your records are right. You look like a business owner, and if you walk in someplace wanting a loan and you have all your things accessible, you're going to look like you know what you're doing, and you're more trustworthy to be able to accept money from somebody who wants to loan you. It doesn't have to be a bank. It's just whatever lending institution you go to will feel more like giving you money because you know what you're doing, because somebody who is in the accounting world is making sure that your financials are accurate.
Yeah, and it feels good not to have the IRS potentially kicking down your door because you haven't filed taxes
and like
in years.
Taking money out, like they'll garnish your wages, they will garnish your bank accounts. Like if you don't do what you're supposed to do, they will take it out.
I don't know about you, from my experience, seeing some of these barbers and their financial profile and stuff, like they're actually losing more money by not having an accountant than they think. Like there's a lot of barbers who see what the cost of having an accounting is, and they're thinking, damn, I can't afford that. When in reality, they're losing more money by not hiring that accountant because the IRS is taking more than they possibly should.
They could be taking home. And actually, one of our Money Matters calls is going to show them about what type of entities they have and like how much they're actually taking home. But also just in overdraft. I mean, if we're doing their books and we're seeing their overdraft, that Coke that they just overdrafted, that Coke that you just bought at 7-Eleven cost you $40.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So just having somebody show you what you're bringing in and what you're spending and what's left over, I mean, that's invaluable.
Okay, can you talk about some of the services? So I made a sheet here that shows kind of the services that are included, the accounting cost, right? And it breaks down the cost. Now, we are not the cheapest, but we give the most value and the best bang for your buck.
You know what's interesting about the bookkeeping? So yes, you have a low fee, but like all the lowest numbers, you're getting the minimum amount of service, which is fine if that's what you get what you pay for. But in this case, when you send, probably 90% of the accounting firms will do your bookkeeping, and they will either send you your numbers or give you paper copies of your numbers or whatever. You will never discuss your numbers because that's not what bookkeeping is included. Except in our firm, we discuss with you about your numbers. So we look at how you're doing. So we don't just do your bookkeeping, we discuss it with you. That's different. Tax prep and filing. So now for tax prep and filing. So
tax prep and filing. Okay.
Yes. So we will file your tax returns for your business and your personal tax returns. So you can do those at other places as well. You won't get any advice or if you're missing something at $250 or $150, they're not going to talk about it. You just give them your stuff, they'll spit it back out to you, and that's what you get for the minimal price.
Yeah, usually the more time they take, it's more expensive. It's on the more expensive side, but you're getting more explanation. You're getting more back and forth, right?
Yes. So that's why we aren't for everybody, but we care about you and your business, and we want to help you get better. So we are going to have conversations. We're not going to just spit out your tax return, spit out your bookkeeping. We want to have conversations with you. We want to answer your questions throughout the year as well. Tax strategy. So that's also what we do. That's part of our service, whereas anywhere else, you're going to have to pay if you want to meet with your
you're gonna have
accountant.
to pay hourly, and CPAs like making money, so they charge serious dough for their
break. They like routine. They like to just sit at their desk and do their tax returns, and that's what they like to do. And they don't want to have to talk to you. They're just not people person.
Yeah. So we include 2 strategy meetings a year, like every 6 months. Is that right?
However often they need it. We definitely do it in October, but we do it more often depending on where they are. So when they first sign up with us and we get everything up to date, then we meet with them for the first time, and then we decide together when is the next time we should meet. If they're making some changes and they want to check in 3 months later, then we set up a meeting. It just depends on their individual needs.
Nice.
Yeah. So entity creation, we do that too. We advise you on whether we think that's a good idea or not before we ever do anything, and we also make sure that you understand what the rules are in changing your entity.
Yeah, and this is usually what the cost of it, but that doesn't include the state or the any of the fees, right?
No, this only will cover. This isn't like that's to actually do it. Like in Florida, it's $150. That doesn't include the service. This doesn't include the service.
Gotcha. So most accountants would charge for filing for creating that
fee.
plus the state's fees.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Yeah. Again, most accountants aren't going to be forthright to advise you on how you're supposed to be doing things. They will do it for you if you tell them what you want done. They will do it for you and send it to you. But in terms of conversational, that's not going to happen.
We're here, guys, to coach you, not just listen to your directions. Because barbers, let's just be honest. We don't know the tax laws. We don't know all the strategies. As a matter of fact, like in our industry, there's so many different types of ways to compensate barbers and hairstylists: commission, salary, booth rent. It's just a lot for somebody who's never been exposed to the industry to understand. So in the beginning, it's not like they can coach you most of the time in a tailored way that's specific to your profession, right? They gotta go through the learning curve of learning all that stuff and then being able to offer you some strategy. But a lot of times they don't want to do that either. Where us, because we are in the industry, we have our ears to the ground, we can give you the type of advice that a lot of accounting firms cannot.
Yeah, I think education is a big piece of what we are, because we offer every week. We have topics that you all are interested in, and we talk about them as a group. So in addition to the private sessions that we have with the barbers, just depending on where they are.
So one of the things that I think is beautiful about what we do, especially as barbers, man, we're artists, we're creatives. We don't really know a lot about the banking world and what they're looking for. Imagine having a partner, a coach that's going to tell you exactly how to get bankability, how to get financing if you want to go get a loan, and have all the documents you need to get started. Pretty much what I'm saying is you have worked really hard. We've been doing all your accounting for you as a barber, and now you're ready to go get a loan, whether that be for a home, for your business, whatever. You're going to be able to coach them and have them as prepared as possible so that they can get the funding, because to us that's what success looks like, right? Is that true?
Yes.
So this is what Bankability Partner is, where most accountants, to jump on a phone with you, are going to charge you hourly, right?
Yes, they will charge you for their time. Yes.
Amazing.
That's, again, part of our mission is that we're educating and we are empowering the barbers to be able to have the confidence to do this on their own.
So all of this typically on the low end, remember, this is just print the stuff out and charge you all a cart. On the low end is going to be like $278 a month. On the high end, over $1,000 a month. We are doing one flat monthly rate in a full service accounting firm dedicated to the barber and beauty industry for $325 a month. Now, should this be looked at as a cost or an investment?
Absolutely an investment. I always say that you all are investing in me as well. I'm an investment, I'm not an expense. Just like this is an investment, not expense. You will get so much more. You use us to the fullest of our ability.
Yeah, I think long term, guys, it's costing you more the longer you wait to get accounting, because that's the longer you're going to have to wait in building a financial profile that would allow you to get the lending that you want, allow you to put you in a position where you have more opportunities. That was one thing for me that was hard to kind of wrap my head around. You know, it's scary investing $325 a month into something that you don't even know much about, but you know is needed. But I think what's scarier is working hard to make a living, to make money, and not being able to show anything from it besides whatever you can pay for in cash. The other thing you guys got to realize is there's no long-term commitment here. If you look at the agreement, the service agreement, you'll see that, you know, there's no long-term commitment. We just ask for 30 days and you can cancel anytime. But once you start, you
won't want to quit.
Yeah, you're gonna feel like, man, I should have had this a long time ago.
I mean, we have 25 people that we tested before we went live, and so any of them could tell you what we provide.
For sure. So before we went live with this, guys, we did have beta. We did have a lot of different case studies, different situations from different states.
All different, all different barbers, new barbers, barbers that have been doing it for 20 years. We have the gamut, all different states, barbershop owners, and then just barbers and new ones, and ones that have been around a while. We had a really good test group, I think. That was probably representative.
So if you're not convinced just yet, guys, you're more than welcome to go, to our website or reach out to our support team, and we'll answer any questions that you may have. If you are ready to get started, I definitely recommend that you go ahead and click start now. Fill out the start form. It's going to direct you to a questionnaire that has, a bunch of questions. They're probably going to need they're going to need
their prior year tax returns. They'll need that.
If they have them.
If they have a business, we're going to need their EIN letter and any state documents that they have.
So you'll fill out that questionnaire. Once you do that,
you'll get an email where you will schedule a time to set up your accounts with us. And that's on Tuesday, Thursday, every Tuesday, Thursday.
And that'll be the setup call.
Yep.
We'll get you started.
That's next.
And we are excited to welcome you guys to the Pi Accounting family. And we're gonna have a lot of amazing success stories, I think.
Oh, we will. We already have.
Yeah, we do. All right, guys. See you on the other side.